Hello traders, I hope you're doing well.
I am under the water. Please help me.
So let's get started. This is a 10-part course and the first video is based on range trading and trend trading. Crypto has basically 3 types of assets and there are different strategies to trade each of them. Firstly, we have the majors that include BTC and ETH. Secondly, we have the top 10 altcoins, that is Sol, XRP, Inch. And on the third numbers we have the shitcoins and they are unlimited in number. And you really have to be retarded to trade them. Now moving on to the trading environments in a market. There are basically 2 types of trading environment in a market. That is, a market could be either range bound or it could be trending. So let's start with the first chapter, that is Bitcoin in ranging markets. So let's first answer the age-old question as to what is a range. A range is basically the highest and the lowest points that price creates after a trending move. So before going on to the charts, let me explain to you in simple terms what is a trending market and what is a range-bound market. So let's move to MS Paints. Yeah, MS Paints because I can't afford paid softwares. Now let's suppose this is a Bitcoin price chart. This is the time axis, this is the price axis. Price can either trend or be in a range bound environment. This could be considered as range highs, this could be considered as range lows. Then it could trend again, then range again. Then it could trend to the downside, then range again. Then towards the upside trend, then range again. All these are range, and where the market isn't ranging, it is trending. So up till now it might be clear to you that there are only 2 environments in the market, either range bound environment or trending environments. So we must learn how to trade in both of these environments, and let's move to the charts now. So now let's implement what we have learned earlier. This is a Bitcoin 4-hour chart. You can see price ranged here in the green box, then it trended for a while, then it ranged again in the green box, then it trended again, and zooming in, you can see this Bitcoin chart is filled of ranges marked with green and trends with red. You can see we ranged again here in the green, again trend, range here, trend again. If I can zoom in a bit, you can see a bit clear. Every range is almost followed by a trend. Range here, range, then trend, range, another range, then a trend, then a range again.
1 hour later.
Then a range again, then a range again. A trending move, a range, trending move, then range again, then range again. And currently,
1 eternity later.
like looking onto the current price action, what do you see now? We have been in a trending move for some while and now we are forming a range. So I have removed all the marks. You can take a picture if you want. The basic concept of this all is that market could either trend or be in a range bound environment. So now next we will learn how to trade range bound environments. So the first and foremost thing to do while trading a range bound environment is to trade at the extremes and wait for weakness or closure on the lower time frame. For me, the lower time frame is 30 minutes and the ranges are of 4 hours. So let's zoom onto the charts to explain a bit more. So this is example 1 and we will be doing 3 examples. So here on trading view you can see that this is a range, green colored, and here you can see where the arrow is marked, it has taken out the range highs. This is a 4-hour chart, and so we will zoom in on the lower time frame to take a trigger for weakness or closure back inside the range. For me, I am zooming into the 30 minutes chart as that is my lower time frame. So zooming into the 30 minutes you can see that price took out these range highs here with this wick. And on the 30 minutes it's closed back inside. So this is an indication that price is showing weakness. So we can place a short trade here. We can take the short tool and place a short trade here with the stop loss here and targeting the range lows. So this would have been a successful 6.5-hour trade according to the range analysis. Now let's move to our second example. So for example 2, you can see we have this range. This could be considered as the range high. This could be considered as the range low. Price came on the 4-hour and took out all these lows as you can see by this. So now zooming into the 30 minutes. So as soon as price closed back inside this range, you could have punted along with target at the highs. So let's see what happens and how this trade played out. So if you put a take profit at the highs and let this trade played out, it would have been 11 to 12 hour trade. If I extend this here, it would have hit your full TP. So yes, this also proved to be a successful trade with the basic range trading strategy, that is, let price take out the 4-hour highs or lows and then let it close inside on the 30 minute. Then you take the trade either short or long. So hopefully everything is clear, and now let's move on to a third example. So let's zoom out on the 4-hour. So a third example is also in the same range. Like this could be the range high, this could be the range low. So what did price do? Price took out these 4-hour range highs with this. Now let's zoom on to the 30 minutes to see how price action behaved. So on the 30 minutes after this candle closed inside, you could have punted a short. Like if you could take the short tool and place a trade around here targeting the lows. Let's see what happens with this trade. So if I would have taken this trade, I would have been stopped out at break even at the least, or would have taken a 1 hour loss. This is how my usual trades look like. So sometimes this doesn't work as well. So this isn't a 100% win rate strategy, and you might face some losses too. So on the first trade we had a profit of like 5 hour. On the second trade we can calculate around 10 hour. And on the third trade we did a loss. So I hope the range trading part is clear to you. Another important tip that I would like to give you, or that will improve your win rate, is to use agreetrade.com. So if we come on the browser, if you search agreetrade.com, you will come to a software or web browser that gives you the data of every market order on every exchange. So this is also a purpose of it. Basically it gives you a secondary version of the order flow, but the main purpose that might increase your win rate is the liquidation data. So if you come here and hover over the candle on which we punted along, you might remember we took this trade in example 2. So if you come here and hover over the 4-hour candle, which was the reversal candle, you might see that there are around 40 million liquidations, 40 to 45 million liquidations here on the top left corner. So when the liquidations are around 40 to 50 million and price has swept the range lows and reclaims the range, it is a high probability setup that price will reverse from here and will tag the range highs next. So I hope all of the range trading basics are clear now. So let's move to our lesson 1 chapter 2, that is trend trading of Bitcoin. So as discussed earlier, you might know Bitcoin usually trades, or every market usually trades, either in trending markets or ranging markets. We have discussed how we will trade ranging markets. Now we come on to the trending markets. So when do markets usually trend? Markets basically trend when a range breaks out to the lower side or to the top side of the range. Like in the chart that I showed earlier to you guys, this BTC chart on the 4-hour, every range break has led to a trend move. You can see here, you can see one more example that I can give. Yes, here every range break, this range was broken and a trend move resulted. Range was broken, trend move resulted. Range was broken, another trend move. Here the range was broken, another trend move. Here the range was broken, another trend move. Recently you could also see its example. So here the range was broken and we got a trend move of about 20%. So basically now it might be clear to you when we get trend moves. We get trend moves when either the range breaks out to the lower side or to the upper side. So now let's move on to the base scenario as to how we will trade trending markets. So there are 3 steps to trade a trend. First of all, wait for the breakout on the higher time frame such as the 4-hour. Then wait for a range to form on the lower time frame such as the 30 minute for me, and then take the trades on the liquidity sweeps. So let's look at 2 examples, one of a breakout, one of a breakdown, so it might become more clear to you. The only thing that's breaking down is my mental health due to trading. For example 1, coming on to the BTC chart, we can see that there is a break on the higher time frame as this 4-hour candle closed outside the range low. Now zooming on to the 30 minutes chart. On the 30 minutes chart, you see a lower time frame range forming here. This could be considered as the range high and this could be considered considered as the range lows. So once you see a liquidity sweep of these highs like this deviation, you could punt a short for breakdown. Like if you could take a short here with a stop loss above here and targeting at least these lows, this could be a 3 to 4 hour trade. You could also hold this trade to lower targets as this is a breakdown short, but if you take at least till this lows, it is a 3 to 4 hour trade. So now let's move on to example number 2. For example number 2, we will be looking at a breakout towards the upside. Now this is a BTC 4 hour chart. So you can see that this 4 hour candle closed above the range high. This was the range high, this was the range low. So now it is confirmed that this is a breakout. Now what we will do is zoom in on the lower time frame, that is the 30 minute, and we'll look to find a range. So zooming in on the 30 minutes, we found a range with this being the range high, this being the range low. So once price took out these lows on the 30 minutes and reclaim back inside, it would be a breakout long. So if I take the long tool and at least target these highs, top above here, and target at least these highs or at least till here, it is a 3 to 4 hour trade. But you can hold it since it's a breakout trade and take profit when price starts halting. So maybe till here it would be a 5 to 6 hour trade. We are getting 8 hour, but we won't get the perfect entry every time, so it would be a 7 to 6 hour trade. So these are the examples of trend trading. I hope you like the video and do give it a second watch, and while watching do make notes as I have went through some things quickly to keep the video a little short. So I hope the video helped and do subscribe to channel.